This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Saving money, all it takes is sitting on your couch. Then you're one with the couch and you don't want to get up. One of my girlfriends was trying to get me to go to the Oilers game, but every ticket online was at least $300.
Is that what they were going for?
Yeah, like even when it was 20 minutes till puck drop, I was like, come on, like lower them. So we ended up going, nah. I stayed home, probably saved $500. Because if I were to drop that $300 plus Ubers plus 2 beers at the game, that's like $500.
That would have been a great name for a club for people over 30.
What?
Nah.
Nah.
Where are we going tonight? Nah.
Travis and Taylor Swift were featured very briefly on SNL over the weekend, which was awesome. And then they were seen out and about in New York. He was holding her purse. Love that. But something else that I noticed in a photo of them walking down the street in New York together, she's 5'11", she was wearing 4-inch heels, and she was still looking up at him. Therefore, I had to Google how tall he is. 6'5".
6'5", yeah, he's a big boy.
And I don't know if she's ever dated anyone taller than her, to be honest.
Or as manly.
Or as manly. Apparently at the SNL after party, he was being very protective of her.
Okay.
In a good way.
Well,
Like, not like a creepy way.
Especially because Pete Davidson was hosting. He didn't want him sliding in there.
That's true. But no, Pete Davidson's dating someone else. I didn't recognize her name. I'll have to look into that a bit more. Trying to be on top of the whole pop culture life. It's hard when you get older because there's more celebrities the older you get. The difference between Travis Kelce and her ex Joe, who she was with for 6 years, which was such a snore fest.
Yeah, it was a snore
like
fest.
So boring.
Yeah.
Is that Travis is being a gentleman. He's proving that he's worthy because he knows she's better than him.
What do you mean he knows she's better than him?
Did you see how much money she made over the weekend alone just with her movie, The Eras Tour? Like almost $200 million.
But what makes her better than him in that situation? That she makes more money?
That she's definitely more successful. Okay, maybe not. He's won a couple Super Bowls, but you know what I mean.
Well,
he has to prove himself.
Yeah, she is the most successful.
She's the most famous person in the world.
Yeah.
And he is riding her coattails. I'm sorry, but he is.
I'm not sure I love the word better. That she's better than him.
Anyway, where was I going with this? Thanks for distracting me.
Well, I've got some questions, but I don't like your takes on these things.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There was a picture that went viral recently, and it was Joe and her out for dinner, and he dibsed the booth side and made her sit in one of those uncomfortable chairs. And it was that photo that I saw. And then when I saw him holding her purse, like Travis, I was like, yeah, she's upgraded.
Maybe he was sitting on the booth side because it gave him a little boost because it was like higher than the chair, and he needs it so that people like you aren't like, oh, he doesn't deserve her. He's not tall enough.
Well, he definitely wasn't tall enough, but you can't take the booth side away from Taylor Swift.
What if she wanted the chair?
She didn't. Nobody wants the chair. Nobody ever wants the chair. Name one person that you've ever met that's like, no, I like the chair. No one.
I just feel like all of these things, if Travis Kelce wasn't 6'5" and super handsome, you'd be like, oh, what's he doing with Taylor? He's just there to hold her purse? What a loser. But because
no, you're probably
into
right.
it.
Yeah, well, who isn't? The number one most Googled thing about him is his height. If you start typing it in, because people are just fascinated with how much taller. She's literally looking up, like her neck is sore when they're talking to each other down the street.
It must be nice for her to be dating a guy that's taller than her, eh? Rather than just a little dude.
Yeah.
Like she was with one of the Jonas Brothers.
She was.
And like
She was with the Jonas Brothers. She was with Joe. She was with Jake Gyllenhaal. Also got like short king energy. The list goes on. Anytime a viral video of a kangaroo pops up on my timeline, it just makes me realize that I am not a fan of them. They're cute when they're babies.
Yeah, and like the cartoon portrayal of them is cute.
Absolutely.
But they're actual like tanks. Like some of them, apparently it's a red kangaroo is a certain specific breed of a kangaroo that are like more naturally muscular. And those are some of the ones of the videos you see that you're like, oh my God, that thing's a beast.
Yeah, it looks like they've been training.
Yeah. And they even got that look in their eye that it's
like let's go.
Yeah, it's got like guys with little heads that train a lot.
Yeah,
that just have that look.
Very broad shoulders. It looks like they're holding two briefcases all the time.
Yeah.
One in each hand.
Got it, because their arms are kind of out.
That's what
they're
these
just their
kangaroos
stature.
look like. And the males, apparently, when they square off in the field, all the other kangaroos know, and then they get out of there.
Oh.
And then when they fight, it's intense.
Well, because they have the claws up top.
They have the huge claws.
And then their kicking power is ridiculous.
Yes.
Like they can kick through brick walls, apparently.
They're 8 feet tall. So anyway, there was a viral video of a kangaroo back in the day. I think it was was it with a sloth? It was a dog. Remember that guy ran up and he punched the kangaroo in the face?
That was the best video.
To get the dog away from him.
There's I think it's Shane Gillis, a stand-up comedian, who does an impression of
that interaction.
Yeah, and he does the guy and the kangaroo, and it's 10 out of 10.
Man,
good.
it was a good fight. I mean, I'd pay to watch that over UFC.
Yeah, that's true.
It was that intense. But it was short. It was like a 30-second fight.
It was just one hit.
It was one hit.
And then he got his dog. Yeah.
And he left. Anyway, there's a new viral video. Apparently, if you see a kangaroo near water, you do not approach it. Because what they do, and this is scary, just an FYI, might even be scarier than Terror Tales this morning, which, by the way, is coming up at 8:10. If you're near water and they're in a fighty mood, they'll drag you into the water and drown you.
It's strange that animals will try to kill when they don't intend to eat you.
Yeah, so this is what the latest viral video is of. Wow, sweet sentence. Same thing. A guy trying to get his dog because the kangaroo is holding it by the neck in the water.
Looking like it's going to drown
Looking
him.
like he's looking at the guy like, you want me to do it?
And the
You want me to
dog
do it?"
looks terrified.
Yeah, it's so cute. Anyway, the guy ends up fighting the kangaroo, getting his dog back. I don't know if there's anything more terrifying to me. Imagine if that's your dog and it's holding it by the neck and you're like, I have to man up and go and fight this guy right now. An 8 foot tall
Well, they're not all
kangaroo.
8 foot. That one video you watched was an incredibly tall. It was the Travis Kelce of kangaroos. I think most of them are about human height.
Do you think you could take a kangaroo? Quick question. If it was you versus a 6 foot tall kangaroo with fire behind their eyes, and your dog was on the line here, what's your first move? I think I'd try to take their legs out.
No.
What?
Well, then they just jump and kick you. Every kangaroo fight I've seen, they start with the claws, and as soon as it goes to the legs, you're done.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Punch it in the head. They got those little
they got a little head.
Jim Bro heads. You just pop them right in the schnauzer.
What do their teeth look like?
I don't know.
Oh, we should Google that.
Do they bite too?
I don't know. I don't even know what they eat.
And
What
they're
do kangaroos
terrifying.
eat?
Like you said, you don't want to go to Australia anymore after watching this video.
Well, that and the spiders. Okay, kangaroos eat mostly grass, although they will eat other plants. So, what's their problem?
That's what I don't understand. Why are they murdering dogs?
A baby kangaroo is called a joey. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard. And yet you're going to be out here choking my dog? It doesn't add up.
I like that you were taking this personally, as if it's
Something went wrong in their life where they were just like, let's just start stealing everyone's dogs and making them fist fight us.
You won't have to worry about it likely.
Kangaroos go to therapy. That's enough.
This one was scheduled this morning.
That fight with a kangaroo. Let's go. Punch. Kick.
Okay.
Here's another list of 7 somethings. It's Ryder and Lisa's top 7 at 7.
It's about that time where it's too late to order a costume online, probably.
Less than 2 weeks away until Halloween, so you gotta pivot.
Yeah, it's either stopping at one of the Spirit of Halloween type stores at this point, probably, or just deciding you're going to mail it in. You haven't decided what you're being yet, eh?
No.
It's 2 weeks away.
I know. I know.
Get your poop in a group.
I'm trying. Nice to see that we have several mail-it-inners on the text line that are giving suggestions on easy Halloween costumes. For those of you that are listening that you're like, I don't know what to do. These are simple. Brendan said a couple years ago I wore a shirt that just said rum on it, and my girlfriend wore a Coca-Cola t-shirt. We were rum and Coke. So easy.
Perfect.
This one here from Nikki says, cover yourself with a bunch of numbers and you're just a friend you can count on.
Oh, that's funny. I like those. I like the tongue-in-cheek. And you know what? I've always respected people that will mail it in, but it's got to be funny to me.
It's got to be funny. And I mean, everybody knows about the serial killer one where you tape a bunch of cereal boxes to yourself and you just walk around with a knife. kind of dangerous. Also, who's buying all the cereal boxes? Because last time I checked, they were $7 a box. So that is not a cheap costume.
No, not anymore.
Not in this economy. Maybe in the 90s.
I went as roadkill once, where I just dressed in black and then put like white tape down the middle of me so I looked like a highway.
Okay.
And just taped like chunks of stuffed animals
Okay, that's funny.
all over the road.
Kind of sad, but
Yeah. I taped a couple real animals on there too.
no, you didn't.
Top 7 super easy costumes that might get you a laugh. At number 7, we have going as your own evil twin.
What do you do?
Just draw a mustache on yourself. That's it.
Okay.
At number 6, undercover cop, where you put a badge under your jacket and you show it to people whenever they ask what you are.
But you just dress regularly?
Yeah.
That's funny. I like that.
At number 5, your brother-in-law did this one at my party, and I think about it like almost daily.
I was laughing so hard every time I looked over at him. I thought it was my favorite costume.
So, do you remember the ad campaign that Arby's did probably 10 years ago where the people would just end up having the Arby's logo above their head?
Because they were thinking Arby's.
I'm thinking Arby's was the concept. So he just made like an Arby's logo and had it attached
It was
above
like
his head somehow.
So basically, he just wore like a white T-shirt and jeans, and he used like an angel halo,
Right.
and he wore it as like around his head, and then used what was it? It was red pipe cleaner,
Yeah.
or pipe whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Pipe cleaner.
Created the actual Arby's logo. So funny.
So I'm thinking Arby's
I'm
was
thinking Arby's.
amazing.
So good.
At number 4, we've got just wrapping yourself in tin foil and going as leftovers.
Funny.
But make sure you keep the tin foil after. You can reuse that.
You can
We don't want to
reuse
waste
it.
that much tin foil.
Also, if you were to like touch a light fix, like a light, would you get
I
like,
think
electrocuted?
I think you'd be fine.
Just don't go in the microwave.
True. Stay out of microwaves. At number 3, for super easy costumes that'll get a laugh, you wear a blue shirt, put some cotton balls on it, and walk around with a spray bottle. And if anybody asks what you are, you say cloudy with a chance of showers, and then you squirt them.
Hilarious. That's a hoot. I would laugh. if
Good way to
somebody
get in
did
a
that.
fist fight, too, maybe, though.
Listen to this suggestion by Danielle. For Halloween once, I taped a square piece of black construction paper to my back, and I was a fridge magnet.
Oh, that's funny.
That is easy.
Yeah, that's super easy.
And this is the whole goal, is we're trying to help you with easy costumes this year when you're panicking last minute.
Right. At number 2, this one I really like. Pink shirt, pink sweatpants,
Okay.
and you tie a shoe to your head.
Oh, your gum.
Yeah, you go as a piece of stepped-on gum.
Hilarious. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's number 1?
Well,
Best, easiest Halloween costumes when you're mailing it in.
I don't know.
this
I
year.
just think it's so funny. If you write "Go Ceilings Go" on your shirt,
Oh, yeah, ceiling fan. That's
and
a
you
classic.
Go as a ceiling fan.
There you go. So to everyone that's panicking, you don't know what to be for Halloween, if you want us to send you this list, we could do that.
Yeah. What was in the sky this morning? We had a listener reach out to us asking if anybody else saw it. We got her on the phone now.
Mm-hmm.
Break it down for us.
There was just a blue streak of light came from the northwest while I was standing outside just before work.
And did it go all the way across the sky, or did it stop at some point?
It went down. It shot down. It was just really bright blue, and then it just disappeared.
Was it giving star exploding energy or alien energy?
Alien. Totally alien.
So you're kind of freaked out a
Absolutely.
little bit right now.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, did anyone else see the blue light fly across the sky?
In the northwest.
Okay, we're going to put this out there.
My coworker seen it too, just the end of it. He was facing me, and he just turned around, and it just went out.
How far, if you were to guess, I know it's really hard to guess when you're talking about the sky.
True.
But like, let's say something did land. How many kilometers would you guess it was away from you?
Yeah, like where did it look
was
like
it close?
stopped?
No, I would say it was at least 100.
Okay.
100 kilometers.
Okay,
for
somebody
sure.
find the blue alien dust.
What area of the city are you in?
I'm on the west.
All right, so just west of
100
the city, 100 kilometers north. We're talking like a little farther than Westlock, maybe, like Flatbush area.
You know where Flatbush is?
Well, it's north of Westlock.
Huh.
That might be a little bit far. Maybe Fawcett,
Okay.
somewhere in that region. Dap.
If anyone has any family members in Dap, Alberta.
In the Irlandia area, yeah.
Are you making these words up, or is they actually areas that are? I didn't know any of these places existed.
Yeah, Meenok area. Somewhere in there.
Okay. You're trying to act like you know the geography of Alberta really well, but it also looks like you're looking over at your screen a lot.
I think it might just be a little bit west of Clinton, or maybe just a little bit to the east of Tiger Lily, somewhere in there. Anyway.
Okay, expert.
I'm looking at a map of Alberta. I'm just reading.
I figured so. You know how much we love dabbling in random conspiracy theories here on the show.
Not me.
Ryder, every once in a while, you have one.
Very rarely.
Okay, whatever. I have a new one. I have a conspiracy theory about bacon. Do you want to hear it or no? You're just not interested.
Well,
Imagine if you were like, nah, and then we just went into music.
If you would have started this a little bit differently, you would have had my attention.
Tell me, how should I have said it?
Bacon.
Bacon.
That's it. If you would have just been, you want to talk about bacon for a minute? Absolutely, I do. What's going on? And then,
But I started off with the conspiracy theories, and you don't listen to mine because they're so absurd.
I'm just more interested in bacon than I am conspiracy theories. But all right, fire away.
Okay. The bacon industry is really taking advantage of us because look at how they package their bacon. Their goal is for you to eat it all.
To cook the entire pack.
Through more than you usually would. Like turkey bacon, the way it's sealed, it's really easy to just take out a couple slices and then put the rest back in the fridge. It lasts a lot longer. Bacon, their packaging mechanism is like, oh, it's already open. You might as well cook the whole thing this morning, and then you buy more. Thoughts?
Yeah, I do notice myself when I'm cooking bacon, I'll at least do half the pack because I want to be able to fit whatever is left if I don't do the whole pack in a small Ziploc bag.
But nobody else is only doing half.
But turkey bacon, I count like the amount of pieces I think everybody will have.
Yeah.
So I do cook less turkey bacon than I would bacon. So you might be onto something here.
Because it's such a sloppy package that like is Ryder, don't.
Don't what?
It's
the name of my autobiography.
It is a sloppy package. Therefore, you. Anyway, that's my conspiracy theory on bacon. Anyone agree with it? Or
I have a little tip.
Okay, so Sasha just wrote in saying, how much bacon do y'all eat? Listen, you don't have to eat it all in one sitting, but it's made.
To cook the whole pack.
And then you like save some of it.
I don't think my frying pan is big enough to cook the whole pack. I have to do 2 rounds of it, and that's kind of annoying. Because then the first half's like kind of cooled off by the time you eat it.
You need a bigger pan.
I guess so. Cut your bacon in half, though. That's my tip.
You love to cut things in half.
Yeah.
You do. You're
then you can
such
cook
a scissors psycho. This guy cuts his spaghetti with scissors. He cuts his spring rolls with scissors. Just loves it.
I'll even cut if I feel like I didn't make the chicken pieces small enough. I'll get the scissors going.
Yeah, you love scissors.
Get right in there.
Okay, Casey says you got to cook it in the air fryer. I feel like that's even smaller than a pan.
I don't think the air fryer does bacon justice either, to be perfectly honest.
What about when you put it in the oven? I agree. There's a lot of people writing in about that because that's where you put the extra pepper on it.
Yeah.
And then it slowly bakes and it's good. And then you can have it all out at once.
And I think that's healthier. Than in a frying pan, you're just letting it cook in the juices.
Okay, can the text line calm down? We get it. You're all obsessed with bacon in the oven. So much passion behind how to cook your bacon.
So my frying pan comment got people fired up.
Well, especially because you cook your bacon shirtless, which is dangerous.
And pantless. Quite the visual.
We are joined by caller 7, first time getting through. Jackie, welcome to the 1K Wordplay. How are we feeling today? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Do you think you can nail it?
A little bit of both.
That's fair.
For those that are maybe checking this out for the first time, I'll quickly break down the rules. Jackie's going to choose a teammate, either Lisa or myself, who will leave the room and not be able to hear round 1. Round 1 consists of us giving Jackie 5 words. She tells us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite her teammate back in who doesn't know what the words are. We'll play the same game. For everyone that's right, it's $25. If you match all 5, it's $1,000, okay?
All right.
You got 25 seconds to make it happen, too. Who's your teammate this morning, Jackie?
I'm going to pick Ryder.
Okay, awesome. Get out of here.
No problem.
We were so close to giving away $1,000 on Friday. Maybe we can make it happen today. Okay, so Jackie, I'm going to start your 25-second timer right after I say the first word, okay?
All right.
What comes to mind when I say moo?
Cow.
Chalk.
Sidewalk.
Fold.
Clothes.
Inhale.
Air.
Balloon.
Party.
Nice work. And you still had 12 seconds left on the clock. Good job. Okay, Ryder. Let's give away some money. First time getting through. Jackie, she deserves it. Let's go.
I'm in.
What comes to mind when I say moo?
Cow.
Yeah, $25.
I hope they're all that easy.
Fold.
Laundry?
Clothes. It's okay. We got $25. There's no wall of shame this morning. Let's try to win more. What comes to mind when I say inhale?
Breathe?
That one was hard. She said air.
Okay.
We got $25. Let's try and make it 50. What comes to mind when I say balloon?
Pop?
Party. Last but not least, I know, we're struggling this morning. $50. Try your best. What comes to mind when I say chalk?
Board.
Sidewalk. Jackie, you still got $25. Thanks for playing.
Thanks so much. I'll take it.
Awesome. Sorry about my friend.
Dang. You're blaming that on me?
A little bit.
No, those words were tricky
They were kind of
today.
tricky today.
You had one that was way too easy and the rest that were impossible. But yeah, pin that on me. That's fine.
Now, here's another terrifying episode of Terror Tales.
A lot of these coming in this year. I like it. Ryder at play107.com. Sometimes I'll get them late at night.
Oh, that's scary. And then you read them before going to bed.
I can't help myself, right? This one shook me up. From Derek. Mine is a story about the day I moved into an old house by the river here in Edmonton. There was kind of a weird heaviness in the air, which surprised me because I thought it would be a pretty exciting time. My family was planning to join me in our new home in a couple weeks after they tied up some loose ends in the city we used to live. The neighbors had given me some weird looks while I was unloading my stuff that I didn't like. And as I got into the house, the floorboards seemed way creakier than when I had taken a walkthrough before renting it. All of this kind of gave me a grossed out feeling, if that makes sense. I was told the previous renters had left some things in the attic, and I could have them or sell them. So on the first night, I was a little bored and went up to check them out. It was cold and dark and dusty. I noticed a very dusty stand-up mirror in the corner that kind of piqued my interest. As I got closer to it, my reflection appeared really distorted, kind of hard to explain. I just blamed it on the dust. As I looked into the mirror, a chill swept through the attic, the lights flickered and then went out. I grabbed my phone out of my pocket and turned on the flashlight. As I pulled it up, the light hit the mirror, and in big letters, "Please leave" was written on the dust. I stumbled backwards and turned around to get out of there. That's when the power came back on, and so did the lights. I looked back at the mirror, and the message written in dust was gone. I went back to get a closer look, and yeah, it was just dusty again. Nothing written on it. That was it. I reached out to the owner of the house and asked if they'd be willing to only charge us for the first month because I didn't feel comfortable in the home. They said, yeah, that would be okay, and asked if it had anything to do with the attic.
No. Why would you say there's stuff in the attic? It's like they're messing with you. Also, did anyone else originally think that it was going to end up being like a funhouse mirror? Those ones that, like, when you look in it, you're really short?
Not me. I got goosebumps from that one.
That was creepy.
Thank you for the submission, Derek. Hopefully the new house you and your family have found in Edmonton is
Less creepy.
less creepy indeed.
Jason from Flair Liquidation, Edmonton's newest and huge liquidation store. Tell us about it.
We're located in the southeast of the city. We're a location store of basically a lot of Amazon items. We bring in everything that we could find. Fridges, stoves, couches, electronics, anything you're looking for pretty much. We have something of it available in the stores. Anywhere from like 30 to 70% off.
Hit us with the address.
So our address is at the 8170 50th Street, and it's unit number 513.
Ryder, it's right by Newcastle Pub. You know where that is.
Yeah, I do.
Tell us about the square feet of inventory available.
Yeah, so our space is just over 10,000 square feet.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's a lot of stock, a lot of options.
And when are you guys open?
Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 6.
Okay, and where can people find more details about Flair Liquidation, Jason?
So we are on Facebook, and we also have our webpage at flairliquidation.com.
And that's FLAIR liquidation.com.
That's correct.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.